from Saurav's classes. We are going to solve question number 3B today from the ISS IES 2022 paper of General Studies. And as you can see over here, it's written 200. This means that the answer for these questions, what is given in the General Studies paper, you have to write within 200 words, not exceeding the word limit. So let's get to see what is today's question all about. This says, explain the difference between subsidies, cash in lieu of subsidies, and freebies. Discuss their rationality in eradicating poverty. So, are they being able to eradicate poverty, and what is the difference between these three? Okay, so let's get to find out the difference, and then let's get to discuss whether it is being able to eradicate poverty or not. Presenting the answer in front of you, 3B, that the question we were discussing about, it says a subsidy or government incentive is a form of financial aid, like financial support or help, extended to an economic sector, generally with the aim of promoting the economic and the social policy. Although commonly extended from the government, the term subsidy can relate to any type of support, for example, from the NGOs or as implicit subsidies. So you have to define what are subsidies, okay? Of course, the three topics that are there in the question, you need to just define those. That is subsidies, subsidy in lieu, like cash in lieu of subsidies, and freebies. You need to just discuss about those three first. Okay, this is the cash subsidy definition. The cash subsidy is a direct money transfer to the intended recipient's account or the company by the government. So here also there's involvement of government. For example, farm exporters, LPG subsidy are all examples of a cash subsidy. Then another example is there, that's tax concession. Next, you have freebies. Now, freebie is something that is given to anyone without you having to pay for it. Okay, especially as a way of attracting your support for or interest in something, like that is being given to you in the form of a gift, and you do not have to pay for it. So obviously, when you receive a gift, you become very happy, right? So yes, you become very, very happy when you receive a surprise, when you receive a gift. So, yes, so freebies are just like that. Well, when you buy something and you get a free product with it, you become like on top, you feel like on top of the world, right? So, that is what freebies are. You do not have to pay for it. So, are these responsible for eradicating poverty? Are they being able to eradicate poverty? Now, one basic problem is that although governments are often motivated to provide subsidies in order to benefit the specific groups of people, or more specifically for the voters, they rarely like to be seen doing it through such blatant devices as direct income payments. Activities or things, or we call it the merit goods, tend to get subsidized rather than people. Bureaucracies that implement such subsidies often have a vested interest in the program. So, unless and until you're having some sort of like advantage in providing subsidies, you will not be provided with subsidies. Okay, so here the people who are voting the representatives, they are given subsidies so that they can the representatives can get the vote through those. But are these really eradicating poverty? Not really. Okay, government ministries rarely admit to having a vested interest in the continuation of these support programs that they administer. So while getting vote, I would say they promise you subsidies, but that program of providing subsidies, giving subsidies, are hardly continued after the win the elections. All right. But it is hard to imagine total disinterest being the norm. But they continue for a certain point of time and then they discontinue it. Okay, they do not feel the urge to help poor people after that. More subtly, we can say the bureaucratization process often feeds a pervasive notion that the subsidized activity forms part of the natural order of things. Subsidies thus metamorphosize into entitlements, and any attempt to curb them becomes politically hazardous. So if you try to talk against this, that people are not receiving subsidies, then it can become politically hazardous. Okay, so anything you raise your voice against, that becomes politically hazardous. Yeah, so these can be the points. You can obviously include details regarding how it is not eradicating poverty, how it is not helping in poverty, and you can also give a neutral point of view. Okay, you can either speak completely for eradicating poverty, how these subsidies are actually helping in eradicating poverty, or you can go totally against this, or you can also speak in a neutral way. Okay, but whatever you speak, at last give a little bit of solution, like speak in a neutral position at last. Even if you speak for neutral through the entire paragraph, try to speak for, against, and neutral all at once, but one by one you can say. Okay, that would be better. That would be a good answer. Yeah, so that's it for today's class. We're going to meet once again in our next classes. Till then, if you have any kind of problems, you can just post down your queries below in the comment box. That's it for today's class. If you want more information regarding our classes, you can just go over to the description box just below this video. You will get it. There you can get our contact details, our phone number, our website link, everything. And if you are preparing for any kind of entrance-based tests and any kind of competitive examination preparation you are doing, then you can join our classes for expert guidance. That's it. We are going to meet once again in our next classes.